be its biggest incursion into the country since the war began 2.5 years ago. Ukrainian troops appear to have captured a number of villages in the border area of Russia's Kursk region, and heavy fighting is reported for a second straight day now. The acting governor of that region declaring a state of emergency. Patrick Riebel joins us now. Patrick, what do you know about the incursion by the Ukrainians? Any more details?
Hi, Kira. Yeah, I mean, what's clear is that Ukraine has launched a major surprise incursion into Russia. It appears to be the largest that they have attempted since the start of the war. It's still an extremely unclear picture, but what we can tell from official Russian sources and also piecing it together from Russian military bloggers is that hundreds of Ukrainian troops backed with armor and heavy weapons crossed over on Tuesday into the Kursk region. They quickly managed to seize a handful of Russian villages, and then they appear to have continued to advance, it seems, at least 10 to 15 kilometers, according to pro-Kremlin Russian accounts. They appear to have continued to make some progress today, a very chaotic situation being described there by Russian media. We've seen President Vladimir Putin respond and call an urgent meeting of his defense leadership. The Russian military have claimed that they have managed to halt the Ukrainian forces, and they allege that they managed to inflict heavy casualties. They say that 1,000 Ukrainian troops crossed. We don't know that. What we're hearing from pro-Kremlin Russian bloggers is that heavy fighting continues, that the situation is not fully under control. The question of why this is happening is a very good one, and what Ukraine's goal is. One theory is that this is an attempt by Ukraine to try and divert Russian forces from elsewhere. Another possibility that's been mooted by some of these Russian bloggers is that Ukraine could even be trying to seize the Kursk nuclear power station that's about 35 kilometers from the border. That seems a very long way for Ukrainian forces to go, but they're nonetheless suggesting that that could even be one of their goals. A lot of questions right now, but clearly something very significant and something to keep a close eye on.
So how is Vladimir Putin responding?
So far, we saw earlier today Vladimir Putin call an urgent meeting of his government and also of the defense leadership. He was briefed that the situation essentially is under control and that the Russian military has inflicted heavy casualties on this Ukrainian incursion. In reality, that doesn't seem to be the case. As far as we can understand, there is just very heavy fighting in this handful of villages. They're still trying to stop the Ukrainian forces from moving forward. They're also reporting that there's a large number of basically Ukrainian sabotage units, and they just don't really know where they are. We've seen a video that seems to show dozens of Russian soldiers being taken prisoner by Ukrainian forces, and this is coming at a time when Russia was on the front foot in very much in a very serious way in eastern Ukraine around the key city of Pokrovsk. Russia was making very rapid progress, and there were fears that the Ukrainian lines could be cracking there. There's obviously an attempt by Ukraine to try and reverse that and try and put Russia on the back foot. The question now is how far can these Ukrainian forces go, and whether Russia can easily stop them, or whether this becomes something much more serious for Russia. Kira?